Hello, you guys. Welcome back. And if you're new, welcome. My name's Mandy. And today we actually aren't going to be getting into my planner, but we are going to be getting into something that is very helpful for planning in general. It is definitely something that helps my life with my family of 6 with my mom living with us. And I just felt like I needed something to refer to when I don't know what I'm doing for dinner or when I'm in a rut for dinner. Honestly, this is dinner, lunches, snacks, sides, like all the things. But so I figured, I would create something for myself and my family. And there's so many different ways that this has helped me. I really don't have a lot to shuffle around and show you guys, so this is it, but I will go into some detail. So I decided to create like a cute menu that I can put up in our kitchen that has all the things, but that was really helpful. But like I said, also kind of cute and kitchen themed. And this is where I'm at with it so far. I created a calendar and some cute graphics with it. And then I decided to go ahead and figure out like what are some semi-themed days for dinner. And I just kind of took what we were typically doing and simply like kind of happy about. Again, we don't have this every single day. I do like to experiment with like recipes. I like to try new things. I like to try to find recipes that we can keep, in our back pocket or, add to our regular menu and so forth. So for this, this is it's just like a basic idea. It's an idea if I'm in a rut or if I didn't think about dinner that day. It usually we have all of the ingredients on hand. If I wasn't home and my husband needed like an idea, because I do most of the dinner cooking, and my husband needed an idea, even for lunches, we got lunches on here, but maybe I asked my husband to help me with sides, so I have a list of sides here. So I just felt like this was very much needed. I will say, especially with me trying to just make sure we're like taking baby steps, but keeping momentum towards whole foods, less gluten. This is just kind of like what we're doing with our lifestyle right now in our family. But overall, like this has been, a pretty helpful resource. And as my kids get older, especially my 10-year-old, as he gets older, he can refer to it as well. There are some things in the lunch area that are going to be changing a little bit because my son just told me like the day before yesterday or something. He's like, Mom, I think that we need to change up our lunch menu because I have a little bit of a different, I have a small 1-page lunch menu that we all can refer to. So that's also on the fridge, but it goes with the same theme. And it was his idea to make that like a year and a half ago. And it's been so helpful because when I can't remember what's for lunch, I just look at it and there's usually 2 options in the day. And I figure out what we have or what the kids are feeling like, and we do that. But he's, ready to change that up a little bit. And again, adding in more whole foods. So some of these are going to change a little bit. But this is what I came up with. So again, I sat down and I thought, okay, what do we typically do on certain days? And this is also helpful, I forgot to mention, when you have a lot of things happening at nighttime. I do not like to rush my cooking. So when I'm trying to make a nice meal and I'm feeling rushed and I have kids needing things, it's just not a quiet, peaceful environment while I'm cooking usually. So I don't like feeling rushed. And when we have to head out to a practice or a game or something, those are just not the nights that I'm going to go ahead and pick like a new recipe to cook. So this is always like a really nice, helpful thing. So, and it's also nice when I'm meal planning and I'm like, I really don't know what to have this week. Usually I like to pick 3 cooked recipes, and then we either have leftovers another night. We may or may not go out. When I've picked more than 3 recipes to make, I end up just having like too much. So it just kind of tends to work out. And another night we just usually pick like something that we have all the time too. So here it is. This is the menu. Now it doesn't mean that I have to have it on like the first Sunday, and all of that, but it's an idea. So the first week of the month, on Sundays, some days will be the same. Sundays, it's either leftovers. If we still have food in the kitchen, in the fridge that needs to get eaten by, like, you'll see on Friday too, but then we need to eat it basically by Sunday. Our garbage comes Tuesday. So I'm cleaning out the fridge Sunday and Monday pretty much. A salad, especially during the summertime, I was like making salad. Basically something easy, because we are trying to like spend Sunday resting and as a family, but then sometimes I like having like a nice big meal as a family too. So, and if we grill, I put an idea, which was hamburgers. And then on the next Sunday, same idea, but if we grill, maybe ribs. Same idea the next Sunday, but if we grill, maybe hot dogs or brats. Same idea, but then if we grill, chicken or steak. And then this last row here is lunches. So if we come home from church on Sunday and we're like, what do we want to do for lunch? Like, we can look here and be like, oh yeah, like, let's do one of those options, or give those options to the kids. Because if I gave my kids options every single day, they would probably always choose 1 or 2 things, and then I'd forget about all the other things. So we try to, stick to certain things. So yeah, trying to just kind of have leftovers, a salad, and grill or bake if, it's not grilling season. The other thing that I was going to say too is we like to make enough for the week. So if we did chicken, I would make enough for the week, because when we do have some of these other recipes, my kids may not really care that much for that recipe, and they'll still need to try it, but I can give them basic chicken on the side. So that's something that I keep in mind. And then when I made this, I also was thinking that as I meal plan for the week, I can look at this and figure out what I need to make sure that we put on the grocery list. If we don't have hamburgers, I mean, yes, we could do something else, but if we want hamburgers, that, and it's spread out, because I get tired of things pretty easily. So if I had hamburgers here 2 weeks later, I'll still feel like I just had a hamburger not long ago. You guys will have to let me know in the comments if you're the same way. I just, I don't do well with having the same meal every week. I feel like I literally just had it the other day. There are some that I can do that with, but not a lot. Okay, so moving on to Monday, we usually do a Costco trip every other Monday, so that's why rotisserie chicken is on every other Monday here, because we get rotisserie chicken on those days. And then we basically have some kind of veggie, rice, potato, or sweet potato. And that's every other Monday here. And then the offset of those Mondays, we're either going to do baked fish or a salmon bowl. So it's kind of like our fish day or rotisserie chicken day. So as you can see, you're going to kind of see the themes here. Tuesday, I kept more of like a Mexican theme. So we have tacos, nachos or enchiladas, taco, salad, quesadillas, tostadas, quesadillas, and so forth. So we are pretty sure that typically my son has practices on Tuesday, Thursday. So I tried to make it somewhat easy as well. Like, for example, if I'm going to make enchiladas, typically that's not like super easy, and some of the kids don't care for that. So nachos is a good way to like still eat the same thing. Because I can make, the meat still and so forth. Or hopefully we have something from the grill. But no matter what, my kids are, that's another goal, is my kids are eating what we're eating, so I'm not having to make, extra meals. and they like quesadillas, so at least it's still going with the theme there. Wednesdays, I was like, okay, let's make it like a noodle theme, especially since on Mondays, the kids absolutely love mac and cheese Mondays. So I don't want to make noodles for dinner as well if they had noodles during their lunchtime. So just like, it's just funny how all the different thoughts that go into something like this. So again, let me know in the comments if you find that just kind of hard and frustrating when you're trying to plan dinners. So Wednesdays is kind of a noodle day, and you know, just different things: spaghetti, a shrimp or chicken Alfredo, because my kids will eat, whether it's with sauce or just, you know, butter and salt, they like noodles, lasagna or meatballs. We have this spicy peanut shrimp ramen stuff that I've been making lately. Again, I found that just making a new recipe, so it's kind of that, and the salmon bowls have made their way into our regular routine. I keep going here, but that's lunches. So Thursdays are a breakfast theme, and it doesn't have to be. Again, nothing has to be this way. If I don't feel like breakfast that night, I won't make it. But when we're in the hustle and bustle of like our fall sports season with the kids and homeschooling, sometimes I just don't want to think about it. And my mom will, you know, help out with cooking too. So she can just look at this and go, oh, it's breakfast theme. So we made one of the days omelets. And if the kids don't want omelets, they can have eggs and toast. One of the days is either pancakes or French toast. The other one is breakfast burritos. And the other one is oatmeal or choice of bread. Or my husband makes really good breakfast quesadillas. So again, that doesn't, you know, if this Thursday we're feeling like egg quesadillas, we can change it. And then Fridays is typically another day where I'm just like, I don't want to think about cooking so much. I'm usually pretty busy up until, you know, 4 or 5 o'clock. So we're either going to have leftovers, pizza, go out, or just choice. And Saturdays, I did not plan anything. So that is going to be a day where, you know, we're just going to wing it, and or go back to here and figure out what we didn't have, or try something new, or whatever. So this has been really nice and helpful, and I thought I'd share it with you guys because I know I'm not the only one. I cannot be the only one who struggles. And every time I think I have my dinner routine going really well, it changes, or the next month comes and I'm just kind of like overwhelmed again and feeling like I'm in a rut. Like in this season of my life with a 4-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 10-year-old, and just, you know, my 10-year-old and 6-year-old are getting really into their sports and stuff, and just all the things. And then I'm also trying to just make sure we're all eating pretty healthy and whole foods and so forth. Not too much sugar, not too much, you know, just a good balance of meals, and also trying to make sure that my kids have a variety of foods that they like and aren't going to be super picky about things. It's just a time to have something where I don't have to think too much. Another thing that I like to do with meal planning is I like to find recipe books. I like to find recipes on Pinterest. I like to do all of that. However, I also like to use my own recipes. I print them when I really like them. I print them, and I should have brought that up. I'm sorry, but I have it's like a folder with tabs and pockets, and each tab is like breakfast, and then the next tab, you know, you turn it over and it's got a pocket, and I'll put like soups and breads, or, you know, like appetizers type things. And then I'll put like meals and desserts. And I go to that a lot because when I do find something, I learned that I need to print it. Saving it on Pinterest is fine, but I need to print it. And and I need to make notes on it for what things I changed, and yeah, so forth. So you know what, I'm actually going to show you that. I'm just going to pause this video, although, you know, this will just be a quick second for you, but I'm going to go downstairs and get that. So that's how I do things here, you guys. I pretty much think it's going to be a simple video for you, and then I end up getting into all the things. So this is what I was talking about. It has lots of different folders. I can't find this one on Amazon. I don't know where I got it. I got it a long time ago, but I love it because I basically, like, if you put something here, you can kind of see it here. There's these little pockets, which I haven't used, but you could totally use for like a recipe box, you know. What am I trying to say? You can use it for recipe cards. And sorry, I'm like, I come upstairs and now I'm like breathing heavily. So what I like to do is I like to put any meal plans that I've, you know, made. I'll put them over here, or just random things. There's even some just probably recipes, but, and then here is where I put breakfast things, which there isn't a whole lot because breakfast, I pretty much just do my own thing. But if I find a good recipe for a breakfast, I like to do that. My family isn't super huge on casseroles and stuff, although I like them. So I try to put that here, but they just love the simple basic things we like to make. Here's our salads, little side, like, you know, side things basically. That's where I've printed and put those. Here are soups and chilies that we've liked. So the thing is it doesn't really go here unless it is liked. So that's the thing. So salads and soups, chilies. What is this? Dinners. So yeah, these are dinners that we've liked. Yep. And then this is breads. So not too many here, but some breads that I've tried and been pretty successful with. So when I find something in a recipe book, I also will try to find it online. And if I can't find it online, I will take a picture of the recipe and save it to my phone. I have not printed all of those up because in my head, I can keep about 2 or 3 places for things. But if I have 6-10 different places for recipes, I will get all the ingredients, and then 3 days later when I go to, I'm like, why did I buy these ingredients? So I always have to have it notated as well. So I know that I go here. I know that I go to just a picture phone on my phone with, you know, my files and my photos with recipes. And the other things that, so here I may or may not remember Pinterest. And I also have books that I currently have, mostly from the library. But so that's kind of why sometimes it can get overwhelming for me too. So I have to figure out, like, I have to, before I take that book back to the library, I have to either take a picture or print it. So these are, they're not like, I think I was keeping like gluten-free stuff over here, gluten-free dessert stuff over here, and separate from like healthier things too, separate from just basic dessert recipes here, or maybe this is still gluten-free. No, so that just ended up being where this one needs to be over here. But and then over here is my desserts. So as you can see, it's kind of nice to have different sections, but I'm not messing with like putting holes. It sounds lazy, but it's too much for me to just put holes in it and put it in a binder. It's actually not too much. I just kind of ended up doing it this way. I do have a binder, but the binder I do have needs to be cleaned out because that's from like something I collected like 20 years ago. So I have a binder, but this is the one that I go to a lot. And again, I like to put meal plans here. So this is nice to have. And that's where I pull some recipes. So I know that kind of like squirrel, I went to, you know, organizing recipes, but this is how we have made it nice and easy. And another thing that has been helpful is our sides. I just made a nice list of sides because a lot of times my husband and I will eat, you know, chicken and vegetables, but my kids, it's not their favorite, and I do still want them to eat something with their meal that's filling. So if they have finished those things, we can give them you know, like apples and peanut butter. Sometimes I'll put just one extra side on their plate, like cucumber slices, and I'll probably have some too, carrots and stuff like that. These are also nice for me, just thinking of to go with their lunches. So I did put sides on here as ideas. And then here's their lunches. Like I said, it's probably going to be changing, but our lunches are at the bottom, even though it says dinner menu. As I made this, I was like, I'm going to go ahead and put all the things on here. So mac and cheese Monday, burritos or corn dogs Tuesdays, sandwiches or quesadillas on Wednesdays, tomato soup or chicken nuggets on Thursdays, cereal or snack plate on Fridays, nachos or pizza on Saturday, Sundays taquitos, sandwich, snack plate, or quesadilla. And then again, especially the weekends and Friday, those tend to like, they don't have to be those. They're just kind of like extra ideas. And then if they're not feeling like one of these on those days, I can pull from those ideas as well. So they're there. All right, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video and kind of checking out how I like to make sure that I have a backup plan when I am in a rut, overwhelmed, or just not feeling it, which is very often lately. All right, you guys, have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye.